Richessum is all about reverse engineering. And smart meters. We can't forget about those. Now, when I was a kid, watches were the things that had tiny parts in them, and electronics were huge. There was no need for magnification. You could be damn near blind and see everything. Now, microscopes are standard equipment on everyone's lab bench. I'm not really sure what I was using to look at circuit boards before discovering the jeweler's loupe. You know, the times you don't need a microscope, but the things just need to be a little bit bigger. Maybe a magnifying glass. I've always been interested in watches. There's something timeless about the mechanical systems and the craftsmanship that goes into making them. Something that's missing with electronics. We routinely throw away electronic devices that are just a couple years old. But I would never think about throwing away a mechanical timepiece. It's my love of horology and wanting to learn how to work on and make watches and clocks that led me to the loupe. And once I tried it on, I started using it for everything. Now, I'm always surprised when I'm at hardware hacking events or reverse engineering events, and I pull out one of these things to use to work on a circuit board, and no one has ever seen a jeweler's loupe or a watchmaker's loupe used to work on tiny parts on a board. They're always using a digital microscope that's hooked to a computer or a little optical microscope that's looking over the top, but nobody has one of these things. So I thought I'd show you a few I have. And also tell you about the one that really is the only one that I actually use out of all of these different ones you see here, and why that is. So the few I have are this one from Amazon that I got for about $8.50. This Bosch & Lomb 10X, this one's a 5X, the Amazon. This Bergeon, which is a 2.5 times. And this Donegan, which is a 4X and a 10X that you can flip down, and depending on which one you want. All of these, other than the Amazon one, I purchased around 2016. So I've had them for about 10 years at this point. The Amazon one I bought just the other day because I wanted to compare it against these other nicer ones that I have to see if when I tell you you should spend more money on something, should you actually, or would the lower cost Amazon option work? So first, let's take a look at this Amazon one. It's 5X, that's what they quote. Now this X rating, I'm honestly not sure after looking through all these what to think about it, but it's quoted as a 5X. It's got a little clip here. The little clip is used to clip onto your glasses. I wear glasses, so all of these are kind of someone who wears glasses options. There's also another way, I'll show you in a minute here, if you don't wear glasses. But you can see here, it goes down there, it's in your field of view. You can magnify things as you're looking at it. And then when you're done, you just flip it up out of your field of view. You go about your business, doing whatever you're doing. You want to look at something, you flip it down, and there you go. You're looking at your board, you're inspecting things. Now, a few things about the Amazon one. The construction, you know, the plastic, everything, it's what you would expect for an $8 kind of cheapy thing. This metal's very, very hard. It's kind of bent the way it is. It sits right in your field of view. So when you have it on your glasses, it's basically right where your eye would be looking. So when you're not using it, you flip it up. But, you know, it's your kind of your vision is, you're not using this eyeball for anything other than looking through here until you flip it up or down. Now, this little clip here, you got to squeeze the hell out of this thing to open it up. And it's got this little, you know, heat shrink tubing covering it. I'm not very confident that that's not going to just completely trash my glasses, because when I put it here on my finger, it squeezes, it kind of starts to hurt like hell after a little bit. And so I'd be worried long term, you know, if it's going to screw up my glasses or not. Also, the construction, this little thing that screws on the front here, it's kind of half screwed on wonky, but I mean, it's just holding a lens. So at the end of the day, it seems all right. Now, when you go to magnify things, as you can kind of see through here, it does a fairly good job. It just doesn't seem to magnify it very much for a 5 times when I compare it to the Bergeon 2.5 times. So that kind of really, I expected it to be more obviously, but I don't know these X ratings, what they're doing. The next one, the one which is one that I've actually had for a while, is this Donegan that you flip down. When I bought this, I thought this will be pretty nice. You know, I flip it down into my field of view, I use it, I look at something real quick, and as you can see there, we kind of start to get it. I don't know where there it is. Okay. You do see it's kind of got a little bit of a distortion to it. You know, so you do kind of have to be at the right spot, otherwise things start to look a little funny. And then when you get a little more zoomed in, really you get kind of, you can see that barrel distortion that starts to happen through it. And so it really kind of has a sweet spot right in the middle where you get some high magnification. But I found I don't really use this. It sits in the bin, and the bin is where most all this stuff sits when I'm not making a YouTube video on it. Now it clips onto your glasses right here on the side. So you rotate this little thing and it'll come off. And so depending on the size of the side of your glasses, they have different wheels that came with it. I think I had this set for one pair of glasses. I must have tossed everything else, which is unfortunate and not like me. But so I can't actually put it on the glasses that I wear normally now. But what I found is that taking this on and off, which really you don't leave it on your glasses all the time because it hangs and pulls down, you know, so it gets uncomfortable. It's more of a pain to get this lined up and take it on and off, where these other ones are much easier. Bosch & Lomb, I bought this one a long time ago when I wasn't wearing glasses all the time. And so you can cup this into your eyeball, and there's a certain way that you put it on, and it keeps it right there so that you don't even have to use it with glasses or anything else. But what you do notice with this one is that you can see with that line right there, right? A lot of barrel distortion. Like it really has a very sweet spot right in the middle, and that is it. And outside of that, you're not seeing anything. So these higher magnification ones, they don't seem to work as well for this kind of stuff, I would say. They're probably better for looking at jewelry flaws or something like that. Now this little one, I only brought it in because it was sitting in the garage. I wasn't even using it. But just kind of for sake of completeness, I had purchased this a while back. And it's a 10 times triplet, they would call it, for like looking at jewels and things like that. And so it does an alright job too, but it was literally sitting on the shelf in the garage. And until right now, it probably hadn't been touched in years. It still had the clear plastic on here that I peeled off and wiped everything off. So it's not something that I would say I use all the time. Now you contrast that with the Bergeon 2.5 times, and this is the only one for 10 years that hasn't lived its life in the bin. It's been on top of my hot air workstation right here, and I just pick it up and I use it all the time. This little clip right here is like just the right amount of pressure. It's constructed much nicer. The plastic that's on here, this coating, is very soft, and obviously it's lasted 10 years and it shows no signs of wear whatsoever. Even you see how far back the lens is set in there. This thing unscrews a long ways. It keeps it in there nice versus this, which only has like a half a turn or a turn before it pops right off. And also if you set it on other things, none of your other stuff gets messed up if it touches. One of the main things that is amazing about it is just where it sits in your field of view. So what you notice is there's still a lot of room here on the bottom part of my glasses. So I almost don't even have to flip this thing up when I'm not using it. I just look through this other area of the glasses, and if I really am not using it for a while, then I do flip it up. But in the process of looking at a board, I'm looking at the board and then I'm kind of peeking down here at the bottom through the bottom part of the glasses, looking at the board, peeking. So it is way better than any of these. And like I said, it's the only one that actually lives on my bench. All of these other ones live their life in the bin, never to be seen, except for a YouTube video. Now, if you don't wear glasses, you can also get one of these. It's like a headband that you put the loop in here. So it's a little bit of a pain to kind of get it on. You got to pull these little loops down through here. And then once you get that thing on there, Now it's here and you can just basically wrap it around your head. I found I didn't really like this. You probably have to bend this to get it exactly to your liking, maybe cut it and put this little eraser on. So you do have to kind of like work with it to probably make it fit your head so that it holds this into your eye. I think probably just sticking it in your eye, might be easier overall. But for me, if I didn't wear glasses, I would probably get a set of glasses that just have no magnification. And then I would have one of these that clips onto it. But also too, it's like if you were going to put this one in your eye, just the flare and the design of it, it's better, it seems like, than some of these other ones. So I would consider that as well. Now they say that the best tool is the one that you use ultimately. So I have to say that out of all of these, this is the best tool, because for the last 10 years, it's literally gone with me everywhere. It's lived in my box when I go and kind of do hardware hacking in various places. It sits right there on my bench. And until this Vision Engineering Mantis showed up, it was the only thing I used to look at boards and to magnify things. The difference is this thing lets you see only way I know how to put it is an entirely new dimension. But we're going to save that for another video.